There's currently about 12 million people living with a long-term lung condition in the UK. So that includes things like asthma, COPD, and pulmonary fibrosis as well. So that's about 1 in 6 of us. What we want to do is raise awareness of this as a condition. We want to give people with breathlessness, with people with lung conditions, the confidence to go out and enjoy life and live life to the full.
Research shows that when you're living with a lung condition and your breathing is compromised, and this ramps up your anxiety, and if you're anxious, then that changes how you breathe. They call it the vicious cycle of breathlessness and anxiety. So I'm really interested in my work and my research in how to support people to manage that vicious cycle so that they can manage their breathlessness and their anxiety together.
Well, our kind of working title was pause at the end of the exhale, and how could we create a garden that either when you look at it or when you're in it makes you go exhale, which is feeding back into what Kate has just alluded to, the reduction of anxiety. And I've been working on that, I think, my whole design life, because I think I crave that myself. I think we all do.
I think Angus and I were really interested in how to translate the idea of this spacious breath and how that works, how breathing in a different way and how actually relaxing the human nervous system, how that actually works into a 3D embodied space that people can visit and enjoy, which will therefore influence how they breathe and how they feel.
When Angus first approached me about doing this project, he came down to the studio and we looked at a sort of range of ideas. And the one that they were particularly interested in is this small maquette here, which is part of a sort of theme which I've been developing over the last years about duality and echoes and reflection. It's a sort of slightly curious idea of symmetry and asymmetry, and intimacy and openness. So this is the piece that Angus thought would be appropriate for the design of the breath garden.
There's a lot that is practical about our garden. It's a therapeutic space, it's an open space. And so to have one element that you stumble across when you move around the garden adds a kind of layer to the story, which is lovely. And it doesn't necessarily, for something like this, everyone will take away something different.
One of the things that we know from research, again, is that when people feel safe, their breathing changes. We wanted to, create this feeling of safety, and I think the sculpture really has that sense of this sort of lovely kind of rounded, calm shape, containment.
It's about breathing and being able to breathe freely. It's that moment of calm. It's connecting mental health with physical health and physical well-being as well. And I think actually it's a key message throughout the whole of the garden as you move through it, as you look upon it, that actually this is about actually people breathing free, breathing well with healthy lungs. We're hoping this garden at Chelsea Flower Show will actually help us to put that message across.